So what's the difference between a serial killer and a hitman? A hitman gets paid for it. That's not funny. So I saw an advanced screening of the upcoming film, The Iceman, starring Michael Shannon, Winona Ryder, Ray Liotta, and David Schwimmer, just to name a few. It tells the story of Richard Kuklinski, who was a notorious hitman who killed almost 100 people, but was finally caught in the 80s. This movie sort of looks at him, Richard, played by Michael Shannon, at the beginning of his career and all throughout up until his capture. So after watching this movie, let's look at what worked in it. What worked were the performances. Michael Shannon as Richard Kuklinski is absolutely believable as a cold-blooded murderer who also happens to be a family man. There's this duality that you would expect in a character like this. Yeah, he plays it really well. Because it's inspired from real events, it's sort of fascinating to see how this whole story came about and how it evolved. It's a character study, but at the same time, you're looking into the inner workings of what it is to be a hitman and what it is to be a hitman within an organization like the mob. So some of the stereotypes you would expect are there, but there are also some novelties thrown in that make it a little bit more interesting to watch. Keep an eye out for David Schwimmer. He's in a role that I have never seen him in, and I gotta say, he delivers something quite interesting to watch. So the other thing I really liked, Winona Ryder, who apparently does not understand the concept of aging. Hello, she looks exactly the same. I don't know what that is, but you go girl. She did something very interesting here because her character was the other life of this ruthless killer. And if she wasn't believable, and if you couldn't really relate to her, it wouldn't have worked well, but she did a really good job and made it really believable. Now let's talk about what didn't work. I have to say, Ray Liotta didn't quite work for me. Not because he was bad at what he was doing. He was supposed to be a mob boss, and he was playing a mob boss, but he was so stereotypical that at some point I was like, is there anything new? I mean, imagine Ray Liotta playing a mob boss, and that's pretty much what you're gonna get. Nothing really interesting, nothing like, oh yeah, well, Ray Liotta, not really sold on that one. The other thing that didn't really work for me was the pacing of the movie. You know, at some point, you realize, all right, he's a killer and he's a family man. Can we move on now? Because we kind of stuck around that whole, oh, he's conflicted. Oh, he doesn't know which way to turn. Oh, he's trying to keep those two separate. At some point, you're like, all right, well, I'm not at the edge of my seat here. I'm just waiting for this to just move on to the next step. So that's kind of a downer on that end. Overall, The Iceman. Is it a good movie? Yes. Is it a movie to take a date to? Not really, unless you want to leave with a downer and say, wow, that was great. Let's go make out. No, that's not the kind of movie you want to take a date to. You like character studies? This is a great one. You like great performances? You're gonna find them. In conclusion, The Iceman, worth watching. If you've seen the movie, comment below, let me know what you thought of it. If you plan on seeing the movie, comment below and let me know what you expect from it. That's pretty much it for me. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more of our reviews, whether it's TV or movies, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, bye.